lesson in English, that is the legend of Marathon. In this lesson, students, we will see the historical story where the person done such kind of work that become a legend of Marathon. This is the story of Philippines. Okay. At that time, students, where the two countries, where the two kingdoms are fighting and show their strongest emperor and try to be defeat to another kingdom. Okay, so first we will discuss about the marathon. The marathon is a sporting event and it is a running race about 42 kilometers. The word marathon is means a task or the event that we have to complete it a long time period and requires a lots of efforts and the patience. Okay, the first marathon race is organized at the time of the first Olympic game, which were held in Greece. Where it is held? It is held in the Greece. The marathon means a task or the event, and it started in the memory of the legendary Greek hero. The whose memory? The legendary hero, that name is Philippides, who had carried an important message from the battle of Marathon to Athens. This is about the 100 years ago era story where the two kingdoms have a battle in between them. Okay, and they want to be captured to each other kingdom. But at that time period, there is an important role is played by the Philippines, who become the legend of marathon, because such kind of important message they have to be sent from one place to another place. The place that is not in a small distance, they have a long distance. They have to be run 100 200 kilometers in a one day only. So so who had carried an important message for the battle of marathon to Athens. Now, given below is the story of his famous run from Marathon to Athens. We did not know where the story is historically accurate. As I told you, there is a no real proof whether it's accurate or not, but it has inspired by generations to generation of sportsmen. Now, this story had taken place about 200 and 2,500 years ago. The Persia was a kingdom and he had a large army, and this is situated near the town of Marathon. Okay, and their target was Athens, which is the another kingdom. This Athens is a city-state in Greece. Now, Athens was a small army as compared to Persian. Okay, but the Athenian soldier was very brave and sharp-minded and fearless. They had faced the Persian before, but they needed help from other Greek kingdoms now. They decided to take the help of a neighboring kingdom, and that kingdom name is Sparta. So his name of Philippines to want to send the message to Sparta. What was the message? To help to the Athens. Philippe was a young man who served as a long day runner. What is the duty of Philippe? Is that they have to be sent a message and long day runner. He ran to Sparta like the wind is run. He covered the distance of nearly 100 kilometers in a day. It is not possible, students, that you have to be walk 100 kilometers in a day within a short period of time. But alas, the people of Sparta were busy with some ceremonies, so they are not able to join the battle immediately. So what the means, they are not able to help to Athens people. Okay, so Philippians have to took this message back to Athens. They have to say this sad message in front of the Athens. Again, he have to run and cover 100 kilometers within a day. So students here the same day Philippines have to cover the 200 kilometers. 100 kilometers from Athens to Sparta and next 100 kilometers from Sparta to Athens. So that means that he have to cover it 200 kilometers, which is the impossible, students. When the general of Athens heard the cold Spartan responses, they will not able to help us. They'll never lose their heart. So they do some kind of strategy. What strategy? The Persian army was watching Athens like a cat watches the mouse hole. So that means continuously they watches to the Athens movement. What kind of strategy they will do? So now here the Athens what decided to attack on Persian surprisingly. So that means they attack on Persian surprisingly. They never have informed them. The surprises started attacking on them. The Athenians sent their flanks around. That means the Athenians sent their armies around the Persian flocks. They start attacking with the arrow and the bows to want to be close them down. Okay, the Persian at that time period, they were not ready for this battle. And they were not ready for this battle. Why they are not ready? Because Athens surprisingly start attacking, surprises start the battle. Now then after what happened? They shot arrows on the soldiers of Athens, but the arrows simply off their helmets because all the Athens soldier covered their head. So the Persian army would not able to attack on the Athens army. So many of there were killed, many of there were injured, many of there were lost in that areas. Whose army? Persian's army. So basically what happened, students? Basically here the Athens showed their power, their strongness, and they are win this battle. They are win this battle. The brave Athens drove back every single remaining Persian soldier back to their ships and they started going back. Now, within a few hours, the battle is over. Within a few hours, the battle is over. And this battle, on the basis of this battle, Athens was win. But here, the Persian did not accepted the defeat. They want to be tried the another strategy. Now what was the another strategy? They saw that the entire army of the Athens had rushed in a seashore place. They saw that all the Athens, that man all are gathered in a seashore coast. So that means they leaving the city of Athens for behind. So in the city, only the aged people, women, and children were left in the city. Right. So the Persian was advised a new plan. What was the new plan? They want to be attacked directly on the city. They want to be attacked directly on the city. Okay. See, who were left in the city? Aged people, women, and the children. Once they attack on the city, so that means they capture, and again they want to be win the battle. Okay. So now they have to be decide, they have to be reached in Athens city as soon as possible. Now they decide the route, which route they have to go as soon as possible. So first this is decide if we took a land route, so it will take a long time. It won't be able to reach over there. So what we will do, we will go in a sea route because if we, while we going with the help of sea route, we can reach as soon as possible. Now here the Athens army will take care or long to travel back to Athens on foot. So here the Athens army are much smarter as compared to Persian army. They decided that we have to save our city. So Before reach of Persian army, we have to inform our citizen that we should close the door, not to open the door for the Persian army. Understood? So, seeing the Persian, the defenseless people in the city of Athens would think that Athens had lost the battle, then it would be easy for the Persian to take over the city. So the Athenians want took good strategy when they saw the Persian fit leave in a hurry. They understood the Persian make a plan. So now they have to be sent the message that do not close, do not open the door for the Persian because already we have win the battle. Understood? So now they need one messenger who spread their message from the Athenian cities to the Athenian cities. Now, then they will not open the city gates, all right? So they will wait for the victorious Athens army return. The city will be safe. Who will take this message to them? The message must be delivered before the Persian reach there. Before the Persian reach there. Who else do this? Only the Philippines can do this. The Philippines, who had already complete a run of more than 200 kilometers just the day before. But he was a brave young man and he can do anything for his state. Also, this time he was to carry a happy message because they are already win the battle. Now the Philippines were decided I have to choose the route of cliffs and mountain. Cliffs and mountain. Cliffs, that means the rock state place, and mountain. Because land route take a long distance, sea route already Persian are traveling there. So the Philippines decided I have to choose mountain and cliffs area to reach as soon as possible. So Philippines take a fast steps and cover up more than 40 kilometer. It was very hot. Okay, and it was very hot. Now, at that time period, Philippines couldn't wait, couldn't rest, but he felt very hunger, weak, okay, and his heart was begin to beat very fast. He needs some rest. But if he take a rest, if while a moment he stop there, so the Persian army can able to attack on the city. But before Persian army reach there, the Philippines have to be reach over there. So he didn't stop, he didn't rest, he continuously run to want to be go in a Antlet city. At last, Philippines came within a sight of the city gates of Athens. He was successful in his mission. He had reached before the Persian. Now he was success. He get the success because he reached before the Persian army. Now, people of Athens threw open the gate to Philippines. What happened, Philippines? Do you bring good news or else something else? No, teacher, it's clearly audible. Yes, yes, joy to you. We won as soon as Philippines had delivered this message. But when he delivered this message, he collapsed, never to rise again. He collapsed. Why he collapsed? Because he were hungry, thirsty, become weak and not able to say anything because in a one day he continuously running and cover of 42 kilometers, more than 40 kilometers. So he not able to speak anything and he fell down and he laid down his life in the service of Athens. That means he never ever get up, he no more. The story of Philippines has inspired the people of Greece because the stories take place in Greece. So many centuries, this historical story is take a place. His historic run from Marathon to Athens become a legend. When the Olympic Games were started in Greece, this legendary events is taken place it in the form of the sporting events. the marathon. Everyone's know about the marathon run. Today, marathons are arranged in many countries. When you see one, or when you are become older enough to take a part in one in a marathon, remember the first marathon runner who became the legend of marathon. So, students, this is the story of the legend marathon, that is a Philippines, who served his life to just save his cities.